Good evening, everyone. How you doing there? Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And I wanted to do this live stream for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, I want to celebrate a deal one of our students got. But really what I want to do is I want to tie everything I've done the last 2 years to this moment right now. If you've been following me for the last year and a half to 2 years, the market's been pretty tough. You and I have had a hard time finding deals. Most deals came from off market. Maybe you did some pendings and some follow up, but it's been pretty tough sledding for real estate investors. Over the last week or so, you've heard me start to talk about and preach real estate slowdown. I want to be very clear, this is not a crash. It is a slowdown. And what I am teaching in my course, what I preach, focus, daily execution, it is about to start paying off right now. If you're looking casually, if you have passing interest, you are going to miss your market shift. I'm going to read you an email that I got. When did I get this? I got this at 2:15 today, just to highlight what I mean by tying together my course with execution in a changing market. So it says, Mike, been doing the work, looking at my market daily. I can't stress enough, folks, 10 to 20 minutes a day. It's how you're going to see these subtle changes. Notice this one townhouse has stayed on the market longer than most turnkey properties. Again, looking at it, understanding the data, documenting, it's all in the course. The course can change your financial life. 22 days compared to 15. He knows his market. They wanted 71K, which made no sense. Remember what I've been telling you. At the peaks of the market, junk sells at retail. Owners can reach for price because they think they have all the power. Again, they wanted 71K, made no sense. This investor is doing the work. They're in the course. But did some digging and found the previous owner bought it in 2015 for $25,500. Made me think they might be open to negotiating, right? Been on the market a while, longer than normal, might have a fat margin. Offered 55K. They said, go away. Makes sense. You go low. There's a saying in real estate, if your first offer is not embarrassing, you're not offering low enough. And he got the answer he probably should have. Offered 55 on a 71. What is that? 16? That's 20% off. They said, no way. Came back at 60K. So he came up $5,000. And they countered at 68. They came down $3,000. This investor doing the work, running his numbers, knows what yield is. We decided not to respond. They're just going to wait and see where things are at the end of a week or two. Just 3 days later, the seller circled back and said, we'll take 60K. This property now is going to produce 13.13%. Folks, if you've been watching my channel for any time, I can be kind of repetitive. Focus, build your list, daily execute, no average. This investor did the work. They learned average. But here's the deal. They only wrote offers that were good, or I would argue great in this case. This is where a changing market helps the investor who is prepared. If you are in my course, you know what is going on. You know the data. You've been watching your market. You know what's staying on longer. And when you do the research and you find someone, you don't know their situation, they got to sell. They've already waited 50% longer than they thought. This seller said, I'll take a certain thing over waiting for the next deal. This is happening at different rates, at a different pace, but it will happen in most U.S. markets, if not the world. I have been studying the consumer for 20 years. It's the same story. The sellers are thinking it's last year and they're putting prices up that don't make sense. Like in this case, a townhouse at 71K that gets no interest. They don't know. Their realtor put it out there. Oh, sure, let's try. Let's give it a go. But you know what? They've been counting on the sale. Maybe they need the cash for something. Who knows? It sat for, what was it? 22 days when they ordinarily 15 days, so 50% longer. This is what I mean by a real estate slowdown. Not every townhouse in this example would work. Some of the owners wouldn't have the room. Maybe they have debt at 68, so they can't accept 60. But you're not going to know. There are plenty of sellers out in today's market that will take a lower price. In this case, they went from 71 to 60. That's like 15%. And why is that good? It's because it takes this investor who follows one rental at a time, is in the course, yield to 13.1. That is an awesome deal. So, folks, do the work, focus, document, daily execution. You will get your chance. Only write good or great offers. You've spent the time to learn average. Do the work. Time to write good or great offers. It's going to turn in all markets. It will just be slower. You might even be in a really, really hot market, but you can find that one seller who's like, listed at 225, but they'll take 190 because they got to go. That's what a changing market does. I have made most of my money in changing markets where it's gone from hot to cold because I was prepared. I could almost have a sixth sense for when there was a deal that just felt different than all the others. It was a little bit older. It was a little dated. It was on the wrong side of the street. It's a great time to be a well-prepared investor. And if you want to get prepared, just today, I've added 2 things to the free course. I added the real estate slowdown bingo card. I added the Hemlane 30-day trial so you can see if you like being self-managed landlord. Added those to the paid course as well. And on the paid course, I just created a June code called June 50. It's only good to the end of June, 9 more days. And lastly, just a little hint, I just got 5 hours of material on how to flip. It is so much material, I have to work with a team to chop it up to make sure it is right-sized for Teachable. Teachable has size limits. So that 1 5-hour video on how to flip will likely become 6 to 10 chapters. But again, we are adding this to the course, no extra fee. It is along with all the other amazing raising private money, self-management, just more and more and more stuff. House hacking. Oh, house hacking. One of the things I thought was interesting when I was listening to Meet Kevin last week's 45-minute interview on being a millionaire, he talked about house hacking and 203K loans. Both of those things are now in the course thanks to the lumberjack. And just amazing stuff. So in the end, I want to celebrate you again by doing the work, getting a deal, getting 11 grand off in this crazy market, 13% yield. We should all celebrate. Do me a favor, folks, leave comments below. Just congratulate gentleman's name's Dan. Congratulate Dan for getting a great deal. Let's send him some love. And if you're ready, buy the course, do some work, and why not save $50 and use June 50. Take care. Bye.